Israelites, first and foremost, we like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Double honor to our elders. Now rule well. Salutations to all you brothers out there pushing His word in sincerity and in truth. And basically, we just out here once again, another weekend to prophesy the gospel, to teach, exhort, rebuke with all long suffering, and come out here and tell you people that destruction is coming to this place you call America,
right?
Which is the reincarnation of ancient Rome.
That's right.
You know, of the reincarnation of ancient Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah. All them spirits coming back, reincarnated today in this place you known as America. This place will be destroyed according to the Bible,
right,
according to prophecy. You know, you got the so-called white man walking around all proud. You know, he was going back to the ancient Roman Empire. He was very proud, man.
That's right.
This man, when he was set up as different emperors ruling that particular empire, this man was so proud, man. He was a homosexual. He let wickedness rule. He let pedophilia go on. He's the same man coming back today, man. You know? So we out here to basically to shed light on you devils. You know how you got down back then and how you get down the exact same way today, man.
That's right.
You still them same Roman faggots today, man.
That's right.
Ain't nothing changed. Just a different empire.
Now, I wish we could, let me say this real quick, I wish we could have got the picture of that homosexual ass dude with a smooth ass back and a hairy ass nasty chest.
Yeah.
Gay ass, man. As the brother said, he probably get his back waxed to be feminine for his man lover and keep his chest all hairy for his female lover, so he's more manly. That's how you homosexual ass Edomites get down out here, man.
That's right, man.
Walking around here with no shirt on.
That's right.
I need to see that shit.
And it was so much, see, in the ancient Roman Empire, there was so much homosexuality going on that even the men that were tough in the war, they were still faggots, man. The men that were actually on the battlefield, they were faggots, man. So it's no different than today when you got the American military that's okay with homosexuality, allowing faggots to partake in their military, man.
Yeah.
It's no different than back then, man. There's nothing new under the heavens, man.
Right.
Nothing new under the sun. You know? But, you know, let's just get that.
2 Timothy 4:2. It says, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season.
That's right, and that's our command from the Heavenly Father, to come out here diligently and preach the word instant in season and out. Meaning we're not gonna stop no matter what season it is.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
That's right. And that's what we commanded to do, man. We're gonna teach no matter what the circumstances may be, man.
Right.
You know, we're supposed to prophesy, teach, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering, man. You know? Now,
let me I just want to say,
go ahead,
to give a little insight on that, when we walked out to come to camp, it was like 104, 105. It was blazing hot. By the time we got down here to the spot, it's like this. It was raining.
Yep.
It was raining. Like we start getting the alerts on our phones talking about flash floods and thunderstorms, windstorms.
Yep.
It don't matter, man. Come out and push this word.
That's right.
Which was just touching on with the Greeks and the Romans.
So, now, the brother about to basically go in, he about to bring a scripture out, basically dealing with these ancient kingdoms, like ancient Greece and ancient Roman Empire. Now, there was a lot of wickedness going on back in those ancient empires that you could find in this society today, man.
Right.
Because the spirits of those different empires have to be reincarnated. They're back today, man. And basically, one of them was the Roman Empire, man. That's that fourth beast that got wounded but then got healed and came back as that dragon.
Right. And really the Greeks, which ruled before the Roman Empire, they was on that wicked shit too. They was all Edomites.
It started with Alexander the Greek. The Greeks was the ones that started all this wickedness that multiplied on the planet Earth.
Right.
So evidently it started with the so-called white man, which is the devil, man. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees 1, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetam, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Yep. So he was the first actual, ruler over Greece, man. Because you had the Persians and the Medes ruling. He took them down once they fell out of power, once the Most High took them out. He took down Darius, the Mede, man.
And those were the original Romans.
And those were the original. That's right, man.
Romulus.
That's right.
It says, what's that scripture, bro? Where it says he calleth the lands after his own name, and he takes on another, that one, and he oppresses another man in his heritage, man, because that's one thing Esau does. He goes through, take over a land, and he'll call that land either after his name, or he'll take on the heritage of that land.
That's right.
As if the people never existed.
And I was gonna say, that's all trying to find a way to weasel back into the book of life, man. Because he's in the book of the congregation of the dead, man. They ain't gonna be no more life for Esau after they do their due diligence with their slavery over 1,000 years. So they trying to find out we're gonna be the Japhrites. At least they'll be around. We're gonna be. Matter of fact,
they're trying to hide the fact that they Esau.
Yeah, we might as well just make ourselves the Jews themselves.
Be the Jews of the Bible.
Might as well be the Jews.
That's also another reason why you got another simple, unlearned rejects out there that teach that the so-called white man is from Japheth, man.
Right.
When Esau, devil ass, went over there and took the land from them and named himself after their lands, man. The original Greeks and Romans were the Japhites, man, not these crackers, man. They were dark-skinned people, man. Look up the Etruscans, man. They'll show you that it was dark-skinned people that was in those lands before them crackers went over there and took them down, man.
Right.
So
it says, verse 2, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth. And went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him.
Hey, because the earth was actually under a particular empire, they have to basically subject to that rule, man. And everything wasn't as bad on the planet Earth until this devil came in and started ruling, man. Go ahead.
That's right. It says, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die.
Yeah, because Alexander the Great, the Greek, contrary to popular belief, he was a homo. So he died of syphilis.
Right.
That's the reason why he dropped dead, man. As much as a mighty man as he was and skilled in war, he was a fucking faggot, man.
Right.
He was a butt pirate, man.
STD got him.
And that wasn't the end of you so-called white mighty men that fought in battles and took over lands. Heliodorus. Hey, a lot of them, even though they were skilled in war, they was a bunch of homos, man. The same man that would slice your neck off, he was also getting raped or raping people, man. That's how the Roman emperors was, the rulers of the Greeks was, and you faggot elite crackers today, man.
Right. That's how y'all are.
That's how y'all are, man.
That's one of y'all main witchcraft.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that's why that's their favorite way to make Jake sin. To take Jake's soul from him. To make him do some homosexual shit. Because you didn't already throw your witchcraft over it, so to speak. to where you don't seem like it's that bad a deal. All I gotta do is get my dick sucked by another man. Oh, that ain't that bad. All I gotta do is hit another man.
But
to
that don't
play.
even sound right, like hearing it, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's how they make it sound like it's plain English and easy.
Right.
Like it's not that bad. He was sucking my dick. It wasn't. It's all gay shit, man. That's all gay shit pushed on to you by the so-called white man.
That's right.
To get you to go off and get destroyed along
right.
along with him.
That's right.
I don't even see how a nigga could fuck a bitch and then another nigga can go right after him and fuck the same
like,
bitch. To me, that's gay too. It's like, that's nasty as fuck.
That train,
Another man just had his ride in there and spewed his seed all up in there.
condom or not.
And then you gonna go up in there too. So it says, this is First Maccabees 1 and 5. Salaki 1 and 6. It says, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
That's right. So he took his dominion and he knew he was about to die. So he had to part it between 4 generals. Go ahead.
It says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
Yep.
And his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Yep.
So that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
And that's when wickedness increased on the planet Earth, man. Once that faggot Alexander the Creep died, he parted the rest of his dominion to these 4 different generals, which were what?
What's up, homies?
What's
What
up?
y'all doing?
What's up, man?
What y'all doing?
We teaching the Bible. We going into ancient history. You know, I don't know if you know, but you know, going back to ancient Greece and ancient Rome, which I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. That's what we're basically teaching. We're teaching that whole setup of the so-called white man ruling back then was corrupt, and that's why it's corrupt today. You got a lot of homosexuality going on.
I agree. I totally agree.
Hey, if you don't know, this is the modern day Rome, man. It's the modern day Roman Empire, man.
What's your nationality?
German, Irish, and
Polish.
I'll catch y'all later, man. My homie wants to roll, man. All right, man.
It's Proverbs 29 and 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall.
That's right, man. So when this devil came into power, man, that's when wickedness increased, man. You know? But you have those 4 generals, which 2 of them that came out of those 4, they became an empire within itself, man. You had the Ptolemaic Empire and you had the Seleucid Empire, man.
Weren't they brothers?
No, they was foes, man. You had the king of the north and the kingdom of the south, man.
I'm trying to think about the generals.
The 4 generals, right? And that's when wickedness started to increase on the planet Earth. And you can read that all throughout the Maccabees, man. Now each of these different guys, they were going at each other just to maintain their wicked rulership, man.
Right.
You know, they were making treaties with each other and going behind each other's backs, you know, trying to take each other's land from each other through deceit. This white man killing each other's wives or giving their daughter over to the other side just so we can try to, right. And even a daughter, she wouldn't even be loyal, man.
Hey, you see it always fell back on Israel too.
Yeah,
Right.
Everything that went on that they didn't approve
always fell back on
they
Israel.
always oppressed
Especially Antiochus,
Jake.
man.
Yeah, especially
Get mad to take it out on Israel.
take it out on Israel. But ain't that what Esau does today?
That's right.
That's what the so-called white man does today. Anytime the shit rolls downhill for them, whether it's oil prices or whatever, Jake get the worst into the stick.
That's right.
Even in today's time, that's the same thing happening. There's no new thing in the earth, man. So it's gonna keep coming back over and over. In America today, there's all them empires, got a piece of all them empires in it, making it the greatest empire and the weakest empire.
God. You know, basically that, touching on that, that's going into the the beast in Daniel, man. Now the Greeks started off as the leopard, and when that got taken down, they came up as the fourth beast, and we're gonna get that.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 6. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it.
That's talking about the ancient Greek empire, man. You know? And the 4 representing the 4 generals, man. You know? And they had their time, man. All the wickedness that they did on the planet Earth. They had their time. But evidently that wasn't enough. Esau didn't stop ruling then, man. Because the very next empire was still him, being the damn devil, ruling in wickedness. All them different Greek practices, they carried it on into the Roman Empire, man.
It all started in Babylon. They all have the same God.
Right out of Babylon.
They all have the same
That just something right there kept stealing.
Yeah, from Babylon to Egypt to the Greeks to
Matter
the
of
Romans.
fact,
That's why you had the different deities that the Greeks worshiped that were from Babylon. The Romans worshipped the same deities but had a different name for them.
can I read this
Go
right
ahead,
here? This is out the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, page 509 on Rome. The top says Rome, like Babylon, became a symbol of organized paganism and opposition to Christianity in the Bible.
Yep.
That was pretty much the point I wanted to hit.
Right. And not only just Rome, but Greece. You know what I'm saying? They was both hand in hand, man. They both worship those different deities, man, the mythologies and shit, man.
And there was all the celestial.
Right. Just like the Greeks, they worship Zeus. You know? That's Greek. Now the Romans worshipped him as Jupiter. You know? And I'm pretty sure they got the idols of those different deities in one of these little hotel casinos on the strip. The brother just
I think it was Caesar.
Caesar's Palace, right? The brother just Salaki, bro.
Yeah, Caesar's Palace got a who's the god of the sea?
Of the sea.
It's,
Poseidon.
Poseidon. That's what they have over there. They got Poseidon over there.
They got a bunch of stuff over there. And this is how come. You know, bear with us, brothers. You know, the weather is strange out here, but we trying to deal with it. When we go in, I can kind of show that. You know, we sit down later when we do the walk or something. For the walk.
Daniel, matter of fact, I think afterward,
you just walk over
all the way over there, videotape it. You can find it.
Put it in there.
Daniel 7:7, it says, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth, and devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it.
Now
And
this fourth beast that was dreadful is talking about the Roman Empire, man. And why was it so dreadful? How was it, stomping in pieces? How was it so firm? Because their military, man. Their military was heavily powerful. They had a different structure that was different than the other empires that was ruling. Their governmental structure, man.
I just read that in here right now too.
Because prior to the Roman Empire, you didn't have a Senate. You didn't have political parties, The very same governmental structure that America holds, that stems from the Roman Empire. So that's what made it diverse from all the different other empires that ruled. The Persians and the Medes, the Babylonians, the Assyrians. You had the different currency too, man. The Greeks had the drachma, and the Romans had the denarius, man.
This is First Maccabees 8. I'm going to start at verse 1 and I'm going to jump to 15. It says, now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans,
Yep.
that they were mighty and valiant men,
Yep.
and such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them.
That's right. That's right, man. Exact same thing, man. All those other guys, man, Antiochus, all them different dudes, man, they had to bow down to the Romans, man. And it was causing so much war. Was it Antiochus the third, if I'm not mistaken? It was causing so much wars in these battles that they started coming into debt to the Romans, man. And the Romans, they started, what was that? It was taxing. So they had to bow down and reduce their military structure, man, because it was costing too much money, man. So the Romans was like, hey, man, y'all gotta shut down, man.
And that's how they ended up losing.
And that's how they ended up bowing out and losing, man. Because the Romans was coming into power. You know?
It says, and make a league of amity with all them that came, and that they were men of great valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts, which they had done among the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute. Now, I'm going to jump to verse 15, because the brother was talking about the governmental structure. It says, moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily.
That's right.
Consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered. And that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them.
So they was setting up the presidencies back then, man. They was setting up the president just like today, man.
Except for today, it's every 4 years.
Yeah, that's the only difference. They had 1 year back then, and now, you know, in America, they give 4 years in their term. But it's still the same structure, man. You know? Not only that, you got the different political parties, which back then they had what you known as that. But as far as the political structure today, we got Republicans and you got the Democrats. Back then they were known as the plebeians and the patricians. Now going from there to get Romans, I believe it's the 13th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. It talks about the horn.
Romans 13.
Not 13. Was it 14? It talks about the horn. Yeah. Salakia. Just where you was at, just keep going. Yeah.
So it says, this is Daniel 7 and 8. It says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of men, and a mouth speaking great things.
Read that again.
It says, Daniel 1 and 8 says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold.
Right, and that little horn is referring to America. And the 3 horns that it plucked up, he's talking about Great Britain, Spain, and French. Because over here, you remember the 3 different wars, where basically it was a fight with
the Spanish-American War,
Revolutionary War, right? The French Revolution, right? And what stemmed through that? America, because it got its stem from Great Britain. You know, that was the mother of America, man. You know? All right, go.
Matter of fact, here it's going to go into a little bit more. It's, this is Daniel 7 and 19. It says, "Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful." This talking about Rome again, but at the same time America. It says, "Exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue of his feet." And the nails of brass was the economy.
That's right.
Because they had a pretty strong economy. But at the same time, the economy was, you're supposed to get richer the more you go to war.
I was just gonna say
The
that.
more soldiers you hire on, the more you got to pay out. And the longer the wars take, the more victuals you got to have. You got to have food for the soldiers, water, clothing for the soldiers. You got to have weapons. Weapons are constantly breaking, so you got to pay the ironsmith. So to go to war, you got to have a strong economy. That's why a lot of niggas say, "Hey, I got my money right now. I'm ready for war."
And let me add this to what you're saying also. A lot of times, what they'll do is they'll go over there and they're taking whatever you got, whether it's your gold or your weapons or your money. You take those are the spoils of war. So you're taking that stuff. So you're actually getting it for free. So that's how you're also getting money and keep your economy rolling.
Yeah.
Now you got like we went over and took the opium from Afghanistan. Like we over there took the opium from them to make our medicine. So we just came up off of that. So we didn't have to go and buy it from them. We just took it. And then we was trying to take the oil out of Iraq. We didn't buy it. We just was taking it. So that's why wars are so big, because somebody comes up after the war. Somebody just gets to take all of the spoils of war, that whatever they had, their gold, their land, their whatever their resources are, you're able to take it after the war, after you win the war.
And that's why America really shouldn't be in debt as many wars as America's campaign.
Right. But they don't know how to end one. They don't know how to sit back and build off of what they got. They're too busy. Oh, there's something else. If we get into this now, we can have a hand in that when it pops off later. We'll already have the intelligence or whatever. That's why this place gotta go, man. They spread out too thin. That's why it's gonna go, because it's spread out too thin. Just same thing you said about the Greeks. They were spread too thin, guarding against the north and the south, and they was guarding against everything. They was trying to oppress Jake and everything. They was spread out too thin, trying to go off and conquer the Mediterranean. If you don't mind, if I just grab this right quick. This is back in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary for Roman Empire, page 505. It says Roman Empire, city of Rome, founded 753 BC, a monarchy until 509 BC, a republic from 509 to 31 BC. Empire began 31 BC, fell in 5th century. Rome extended whole over all Italy and eventually over the whole Mediterranean world. You know? Then it says Caesar Augustus, the first Roman emperor, divided Roman provinces into senatorial, which were ruled by proconsuls, something like that. And it says an imperial, ruled by governors. And that's the government structure that they set up that we were talking about earlier. Whether you went to the province is a state.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
Province
state,
is just a
and
state.
every state has a what? It has a governor, has a mayor, has a commissioner,
Then it
has
goes.
a board.
Then it goes on to say moral corruption was responsible for the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. They was wicked and was going on. The Most High had enough. So the new Rome is gonna happen. That's gonna happen to them too.
I found a scripture, Salakia.